Hello, I'm Colleen Ivanczyk. I'm your instructor for Accounting 2150 Managerial Accounting. And I just wanted to make this video just to show you how to get around in our course on Blackboard. So when you come in, initially, it's going to open to this welcome page. It just kind of gives you some basic information about the class. These tips for Proctorio are very helpful because Proctorio is the proctoring software that you're going to use when you're taking quizzes and exams. So you're going to take quizzes and exams on camera, and so you have to make sure you get your computer ready, your internet ready, so that the Proctorio will work. And you're going to do a Proctorio practice quiz before the very first quiz. So you'll make sure that you've got all the technology covered to do that. But then there's going to be this announcement page. I'm going to be posting announcements, at least one a week. And this is where I'm going to give out information about the class, about the chapter, reminders. So you want to be logging in Blackboard a couple times a week and reading these announcements. I also email them to you. So please be checking your COD email a couple times a week. Sometimes I communicate with somebody, they had a problem with their quiz, perhaps they weren't on camera, and I tell them about it, and then they don't read it, and then they do it again on the next quiz, and you get a 0 if you're not on camera. So then they're unhappy because they didn't know about it. Well, I emailed it to you. You have to check your email. That's the only way I have to communicate with you. So make sure you're reading all of these course announcements and checking your email. Here's how to navigate the course. It's this video right here. Meet your instructor. Here's my bio. You can learn a little bit about my background. And then I have a discussion. Introduce yourself. So you can come on in here, create a thread, and post an introduction about yourself. You'll see there's no points attached to it, but it's just kind of nice that I can get to know you a little bit and you can get to know your classmates. So I hope you'll just take a few minutes to do that. Okay, and then next is the syllabus. And I know you know to read it, so I won't go through everything. Just a couple of things. Here's my email. Please feel free to email me. If you want to speak by phone, if you want to have a Zoom meeting where we can talk about concept, work on problems, just reach out to me. I'm happy to do that. Some students email me, a couple questions a week about as they're going through homework. They don't understand why something's wrong or, why something's right sometimes. They're not sure. I love when students reach out to me, so please don't hesitate to do that. Then you can see the textbook that we're using. So the COD bookstore has the textbook. It's a bundle with a textbook, Connect Access, and Proctorio. That's everything you need for the class. It's probably the best deal. I think it's even less than if you just bought the Connect Access through the course. So why wouldn't you go through the bookstore and get the bundle? Because then you have the physical textbook, because it really helps to be able to go to the pages and look at examples as you're working on the problems. Okay. So if you took Accounting 2140 in the summer, you might be able to get into this course without an access code because you still have access from the summer. But that access will run out. You have to buy access for this course. Okay, I'm not going to be able to, change deadlines because you have your access expiring. So you can call tech support and ask them when you're going to, lose access so that you can make plans for when you have to buy it. Okay, if you took Accounting 2140 before the summer, if you took it in the spring or last fall, you probably won't be able to get in right away, and you're going to need to buy that access. The textbook that you bought in the bookstore for 2140 is not the same as the textbook that we're using here, but the Connect Access will get you in to this course if you took it in the summer. I'm going to let you check everything else out. Here we've got, everyone's always interested in the grade, and we've got our standard, pretty much the standard grading scale. We're based on 1,000 points. So you're going to have smart book assignments and homework assignments. For 12 chapters, Only 11 are going to count, so your lowest one will drop. So that's in case you're having a bad week. The orientation activities, so that's just, it's going to be 4 problems that kind of help you, understand how Connect works. If you took Accounting 2140 here at the college, it'll just be a refresher. If you're new to COD, it'll be especially helpful. These Tableau mini cases, we're do 3 of them, 1 for each unit. I will explain them as we get to them. They're kind of cool. They're data visualizations, kind of applying the concepts through data visualizations. For Chapter 12, we're going to cover the cash flow statement. You learned it in Accounting 2140. Now we're going to learn to analyze it in this course. We have 8 quizzes, so 12 chapters, but only 8 quizzes because some of the quizzes we have 2 chapters on them. Okay, so we don't drop any quizzes. There's only 8, but you get 2 attempts on a quiz. So if you have a problem, you thought you were ready, found out you weren't, you can go back and study and then use your second attempt. If you have a technology issue, no problem. You can call tech support, fix your technology issue, and then you can take your second attempt on the quiz. The thing is, though, the quiz is due at 11 p.m. on Sunday, so if you waited to do your first attempt until 10 p.m. on Sunday, you're not going to have enough time to get that second attempt in. So you want to get that first attempt in, done, in advance of the deadline so you can use that second attempt on the quiz. We want to be trying to get all these things on Connect, getting to as close as perfect scores as possible. Exams, we have 3 exams. We'll review for the exams. Don't worry about those yet. And then the professional development activities and the campus engagement reflection. You want to get all of these points. These are effort-based points. And the professional development activities are things you should be thinking about anyway. And really the campus engagement, it is really about career development. And so it's things that you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about your career path and setting goals for yourself. So they're helpful and you get points. And then the last thing we have that's really cool is we are going to take the MOS Excel exam. So Microsoft Office Specialist Excel exam. So you're going to get a certification, right? A credential that can go on your resume that you can show when you're going to interview for an internship or when you're going for your professional job. Show that you have developed Excel skills. You can prove that with the certification. So that's going to be pretty cool. Okay, and then you can just kind of go along and see some of the policies. Sorry, I'm scrolling weird. Big thing is no late work will be accepted. Okay, you have to meet the deadlines. All right, and so there's an assignment table. You've got all the deadlines on day 1. Okay, I post the announcements with reminders, right? So there's really no reason to miss a deadline, right? I know things might happen in your life, but that's why I always tell students, don't wait until the day it's due. Work ahead, right? Get it done earlier in the week because, yes, something could come up that day and I don't take late work, okay? Unless it's, a serious situation. When that's the case, and let me kind of come down, we've got the access and accommodations. There we go. So when that's the case, you submit your documentation. If you have, something, a serious hardship, you send that here. And then they will tell me what accommodations that, yes, you are, you needed an extension, right? You were hospitalized or something of that sort. Okay, something serious. Okay. Okay, after the syllabus is the assignment table. Okay, and so here are all of the due dates for the course. So I recommend printing it out or however recording all those due dates so you don't miss any. I have the Accounting 2150 guidelines and an extra credit opportunity. Honestly, usually about 1/3 to half of the students take the extra credit opportunity, and it always surprises me. But these are things that you need to know. All you need to know is read all of this. There's stuff that you need to know. You might lose points if you don't know what's going on in the class. Not knowing something is not an excuse. I provide you all the information. If you don't read it and then you lose points, that's going to be disappointing to you. I have here a desk scan, a demonstration of the desk scan that you need to do before you start your quiz or exam. You have to scan your whole desk area to show me you do not have access to notes, a book, a phone, anything that can help you. So you need to show your whole area. Maybe you're not sitting at a desk. Maybe you're sitting on a couch. Sometimes I have students on the floor. You got to scan that whole area so I can see that you can't access any help. Okay, so you need to watch this video. It's like 2 to 3 minutes. And so the desk scan video, I also talk about your face has to be on camera, your whole face. Sometimes students, their camera only shows the top of their head. You're going to get a 0 if you're not on camera. You're going to get a 0 if you don't do a desk scan. So check this out and then send me an email telling me you understand the guidelines and you viewed the desk scan video. 5 extra credit points might come in handy if you have a borderline grade at the end of the semester. All right, then we've got our assignments. So our Unit 1 assignments. So first thing that's going to be due on Friday is going to be our orientation assignments. So here you click here, and the first time you go to an assignment, you're going to be able to register in the class and enter your access code. Okay, if you're not prepared with your access code, over the weekend and you want to go in and get started, just choose courtesy access and you can get in and work for 2 weeks. But by the end of that 2 weeks, you better have made arrangements to, get that bundle from the COD bookstore. Okay, so I would order right away to make sure that they don't run out. Okay, so this is how you'll get to all of our assignments. Okay, these are the orientation assignments. We can backtrack and then chapter 14, right? So the interactive presentations and the need to know videos, these are to help you. There's no points for these, but this is how you learn the chapter. You have to spend time learning the concepts of the chapter before you sit down and do the homework problems, okay? Smart Book kind of makes you, ask you questions about what you've read. So you got to read the chapter before you do that. And actually, I would do all of those before you started the homework. And then you got to study. Sometimes you see students finish the homework and then they click right on the quiz, okay? And then the quiz doesn't go too well. Well, you got to review your homework problems. The quizzes are going to be based on the homework. Sometimes in my announcements, I point you to things that you need to know, you need to review extra that I don't feel are emphasized enough in the homework that you're going to see on the quiz. So again, that's why you got to be reading my course announcements. All right, so after the unit, then we've got the chapter study tools. You've got review notes. You've got my publish your PowerPoint slides, demonstration videos, and I don't have the link there, but I also have lecture videos. So you can come here and you can look at me working on a problem. Okay, that is going to be similar to what you see in the homework. All right, so those are for help. Here's the exam tab. This is, again, the requirements with the exams. I've got the desk scan video here. I've got the information about Proctorio and being on camera, etc. And then here's the projects. So the professional reflection activities. Okay, we've got 3 of these. You can click on them. You can see the rubric that's going to be used. Here's our rubric. Make sure that you put in enough detail to get the highest scores. These are all available now, so you can work ahead. Okay, the campus engagement, you're going to be either attending a webinar or listening to a podcast and writing a reflection about it. And it's all about career development. And then the MOS Excel exam, we're actually not going to get into this for a few weeks, so let's kind of put that aside. We'll get working on this after we get acclimated in the course. Here's access accommodations, information about tutoring. Okay, so that's how you get around in the course, but I am your instructor. Please reach out to me your questions. That's what I'm here for.